In another shocking incident, Mass Border Patrol agents dragged a 67-year-old U.S. citizen from his car and brutally beat him. That's right. According to his running club, the man who was returning from a team run, when agents decided to pull him out of his vehicle, tackle him to the ground, and kneel on top of him, allegedly breaking about 6 of his ribs and causing internal bleeding. This happened on Saturday in the city's Old Irving Park neighborhood, where residents say that agents had disrupted the kids' a children's Halloween parade with tear gas. That's right. You got children that are being gassed and forced to watch masked thugs assault a man for literally no reason. This is Trump's America, everybody. This is the reality of the situation. In a statement shared on Instagram, the Chicago-based DWRunning club identified the victim as one of their own, saying one of our athletes was on his way home from a team long run yesterday, and as he turned onto his block, found that Border Patrol had blocked the road. The agents then threatened to break his window if he didn't move his car. Before he could even act, they pulled him out of his car, knelt on his back, and subdued him, though he had never resisted. This is really happening in our country with frightening frequency. It's terrifying, and it has to stop. We must keep sharing these stories, calling out these injustices, and standing up for those who can't stand up for themselves. One resident, Carlos Rodriguez, told ABC News, "Unbelievable. Never thought this would happen in my neighborhood. Scaring our children to death, thinking that this is a cool thing to do?" Well, here's the thing. This is what Donald Trump and Stephen Miller said they were going to do. What did you think mass deportation looked like? It looked like this. It's not a surprise. It's not a shocker. Fascists are going to fash. And this is what that looks like. That's it. Court filings in a case brought by the Chicago Headline Club, a chapter of the Society of Professional Journalists, and reviewed by The Independent, alleged that on October 25th, masked CBP agents entered the 3700 block of Kildare in Old Irving Park, and ruined what should have been an ordinary Saturday morning. Children were preparing for a parade. Neighbors were still in their pajamas, with one woman outside with her hair wrapped in a towel, when masked agents began tackling residents, including one man approximately 70 years old. Witnesses said agents acted aggressively toward neighbors who appeared to be nonviolent. According to Brian Culp, an attorney who supports law enforcement and represents them, residents were not doing anything threatening or violent. Neighbors were not touching agents, they were not threatening them, weren't really doing anything. While leaving the scene after making their arrest and without any audible warning, agents decided they're going to leave a precedent, deploying tear gas. One of their canisters even caught on fire. So understand that this is why I call them Trump's brown shirts. Okay? This is what they did in Nazi Germany. Okay? Beating the hell out of regular people for not really doing anything wrong. They did nothing. This man did absolutely nothing. It got the crap beat out of him. I mean, that's what's going on these days. But check out this response here. This is from Trump propagandist Tricia McLaughlin, okay, who said this. On October 25th, Border Patrol conducted an operation that resulted in the arrest of a criminal illegal alien from Mexico who had previously been arrested for assault. During the operations, Border Patrol agents were surrounded and boxed in by a group of agitators. Federal law enforcement issued multiple lawful commands and verbal warnings, all of which were ignored. During the operation, 2 U.S. citizens were arrested for assaulting and impeding a federal officer. To safely clear the area after multiple warnings and the crowd continuing to advance on them, Border Patrol had to deploy crowd control measures. Our officers are facing a 1,000% increase in assaults against them as they put their lives on the line to arrest murderers, rapists, abusers, and gang members. No, dude, the only gang is these guys. Secretary Noem's message to the rioters is clear. You will not stop us or slow us down. ICE and our federal enforcement partners will continue to enforce the law. And if you lay a hand on a law enforcement officer, you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. No, you know who should be prosecuted? These people, these agents. I mean, and you know why? They literally violated a court order. Okay, this was issued by U.S. District Judge Sarah Ellis, which supposed to limit the use of aggressive tactics and require body cameras during federal operations in Chicago. These assholes, okay, people like McLaughlin, Carolyn Levitt, they're gaslighting all of us. That's what they're doing. They're gaslighting us when they're not brutalizing elderly folks and literally gassing little kids in costumes. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Ellis had ordered Border Patrol Commander Greg Bavino to appear before her every day this week, following allegations that he had personally deployed tear gas without any justification last week, and that his officers violently detained protesters and indiscriminately fired tear gas into neighborhoods. That's what they're doing. This is what's happening in this country. Okay? This is what's happening as a result of taking the gloves off ICE and CBP. Okay? And right now, by the way, inside this administration, people are not happy with ICE. Right? They're not happy with ICE because ICE isn't being brutal enough. And they're looking at CBP, who is more brutal than ICE, and saying, well, those are the people that we want to be more like. You should be like that. ICE, why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you rappelling into apartment buildings from Black Hawk helicopters? Okay? Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you, zip tying nearly naked kids and putting them outside in the rain while you're doing your job? Why aren't you doing more of that? In fact, a lot of the local ICE leaders in big cities are being replaced with people from CBP. Okay? And again, Corey Lewandowski and Christine Noem are drawing up plans and to purge these leaders for not being brutal enough to not only immigrants, but also American citizens. That is what's going on right now. Okay? That's what's going on. These people, Border Patrol and ICE, they're not protecting America. They're at war with America. They're at war with our cities. That's the reality of the situation. It's about time that all of us, every single one of us, every good American citizen opens our eyes and sees the grim reality of what's going on. And also, I think what's really important is that more people need to understand that at least a third of this country sees what's going on and loves it. They like what's happening. They see what's happening and they say, yes, that's what I voted for. There is no reasoning with those people. Okay? They will never see what these people are doing is wrong. Because they believe that, no, this is the right thing to do. We want to do this. The cruelty, understand, is the point. And so you will never get through to those people. But the majority is not in favor of this. And the majority is the one that hopefully wakes up and helps us put a stop to it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.